from our house to their place, it kind of gets pretty scary. And she asked if I could go pick them up, so I swung around. The freeway's all turned, is all closed up, and so I ended up going up through Garfield and coming around, and I picked them up on Warner and took them back up to his house, and he told me, he said, man, when I went home, I started reading Matthew.
Praise God.
Amen. And so I was standing there talking to him and explaining. He said, but in the beginning there was a bunch of names. I said, yeah. I said, well, I understand that. I says, but once you start studying, you read those names. Those names mean a lot.
Yes.
Because those are the genealogies from Adam to Christ. And then I started telling him about how Naomi and Ruth, how Ruth was a Gentile, but she was the great-great-grandmother of David, and Jesus came from the lineage of David. And just keep his young man, his name is Tony, just keep him in prayer, him and the young lady. She looked at me, she said, I'm so excited, I want to go to church.
Oh, he should have came.
Amen. So, I told him, and I was telling Tanya she needs to try to, get him to church. And just keep him in prayer. God's still in with him. He told me his mom and dad were bikers, and he grew up on classic rock. And because I was telling him that Leonard Skinner's out at the Blossom, and as much as I love Leonard Skinner, I would love to go see them. And pray for me, but I would love to go see him. I'm not going to pay for the cheapest salon seats all the way in the back. It's like $40. I wouldn't pay that kind of money to see him, but I would love to see him. It was a band I liked since I was a teenager. But I know I don't want to be in that environment either, I mean, we may be all right because the environment are mostly all our age now, so we might go there and they're all kosher and set, they're just naturally wore out. They don't even have to get high to get wore out, But you never know, So I remember years ago, I picked up Carlos Santana in the cab. And I didn't know he was in my cab, and I'm talking to the guy, and the road manager was talking to me. He said, I work for Santana. I said, oh, really? I said, how long you guys been with the band? And then they all looked over to the left, and then I looked in the mirror and seen it was Carlos Santana sitting behind me. And so they gave me backstage passes and tickets and everything. Yeah. So my daughter was about 17, 18. She was 18, I think. And so me, Ann, her, and her boyfriend went there. And we were like third row seats at the Blossom. And I'm like, this is really nice. And there was a couple bands before, but I didn't go until he got on stage. But everybody was smoking pot, so we got up and left, We went out and sat outside and watched them from outside, But, it's something that you can enjoy, but unfortunately the environment makes it unenjoyable and impossible. Amen. But anyway, like I said, pray for me, because I would like to see Leonard Skinner.
Me too.
You too? Yeah. I'm sure we could probably get a group of us that would want to go. Phoebe said, not me. It's like a southern rock. But anyway, just pray for this young man. Like I said, I started talking to him about Leonard Skinner, and he told me that he grew up on classic rock. His parents were bikers, and so this young man, you could tell he's come from a unreligious world, amen. But God is dealing with him.
Yeah.
And so let's just keep him in prayer that God will move in his life, and you never know, God save him and get him put him back together, amen.
Get him on the right track.
How many of you know God puts people back together?
Yes, He does.
Amen. A lot of times we don't even know we're shattered, but God puts us back together. I told you many years ago, God spoke to me, and he quoted a nursery rhyme to me. He said, Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Then he said, the problem is they came to the king's horses and they came to the king's men, but they didn't come to the king. Amen. And that's the problem with most of us. We go to the psychiatrist, we go to the doctor, we go to the lawyer, we go to the baker, we go to the pastor, we go to all the people that we think can help us, and no one can truly put a life back together but the King himself. And if we allow the King to put us back together, then we'll find that we'll be whole, we'll be mended, we'll be put back together. Amen.
Hallelujah.
Lord spoke to me on another occasion. He said, it's been said. And I used to love the way he would talk to me, because he would say, it's been said that a bird in the hand is better than two in the bush. He said, but not if I would have you the one that's in the bush.
Wow.
He said, not if I would have you to have the one that's in the bush. Then he said, you must release the two that are in your hand and get into the bush and grab the one I have for you. See, it's impossible. It's nearly impossible to get the one that's in the bush. But you'll never get the one that's in the bush until you release the two that are in your hand. There's things in our life that we want to hold on to. There's things in our life that we want to make something where there's nothing. How many of you know that there's too many times we try to make something where there's nothing? Whether it's relationship, friendship, jobs, money, whatever it is. We try to make something where there's nothing. And God says, release it. And I got something that seems far off for you, something that's unobtainable, but I have it for you. That's for you. That's for you, Michael. That's for you right now. There's something that you are holding on to, and God says, I have something that seems to be unattainable, but I have it waiting for you. Release that which is not in His plan. Amen? Now, that's not only for him.
No, it's wrong.
Amen? But that was a specific word the Lord just gave me for Michael. But that also principle is the same for us, whatever it might be. You can't just keep holding on. There's a little, my daughter would laugh and tell a little joke. She said her friend was going to have a baby. And she says, I'll hold it and I'll squeeze it and I'll never let it go. Remember the little cartoon?
Yeah.
And he's like, I think he got a little chicken or something. He said, I'm going to hold it and I'm going to squeeze it and I'll never let it go. And he's squeezing it so tight, he's squeezing the life out of it.
Yes.
Can I tell you something? Too often we try to hold on to things that's not in God's plan, and we're squeezing the life out of it.
Yep.
Let go. Let go. Somebody said if you love something, release it. And if it comes back to you, it's meant to be. And if not, hunt it down and shoot it. That's a joke. Don't take that serious.
I like that. That's on there.
That's all right. It's a joke, folks. Facebook folks, YouTube people, it's a joke.
I like it though.
Don't shoot it.
Especially if it's a chow chow.
Amen.
In the morning, whenever it is.
How funny.
In the morning, when I rise, in the morning, when I rise, in the morning, when I rise, give me Jesus, give me Jesus, give me Jesus. You can have all this world, but give me Jesus. When I